indescribable. It had very funny, sweety, disgusting taste. It's very, very strange taste. I can barely describe it.
Michael and Sabina Bott, tourists from the UK, never imagined the source of that indescribable taste, and that it would trace back to 21-year-old Elisa Lam.
Hello people, welcome back to my channel, Syed Sufiyan, True Crime and Horror. I hope you're all doing good. In this case study, I will talk about a very mysterious and world famous, or we can say infamous case of Elisa Lam. However, before I talk about this case, I would like to thank my current subscribers who have subscribed to my channel, and also people who have not subscribed to my channel. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more interesting content based on true crime and horror. Stick around and watch the full video, as there are a lot of interesting facts and many conspiracy theories regarding this much talked about case. So yeah, let's try and understand what really happened with her and the events which led to her bizarre and mysterious death. Elisa Lam, also known by her Cantonese name Lam Ho-yi, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, a 21-year-old Canadian student at the University of British Columbia in Vancouver, was born on April 30th, 1991 in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. She was known to be a very jovial and no-filter kind of a person. She used to be a lot on Tumblr under the name Nouvelle Nouveau. She used to write about her daily activities, which had pretty much her daily stuff, which was going on in her life, and used to post on Tumblr. Tumblr was very popular back then. Elisa was an extrovert with her friends, however, a kind of introvert to strangers, which is again fine, as unless we get to know strangers, only then we can be an extrovert with them too, so yeah. She planned to go on a solo trip and planned to visit many cities, and her parents told her to inform them before she leaves on the trip. And as usual, she kept posting on Tumblr about her daily activities. So, as we all do, she searched for a good hotel with a budget in mind. She chose Stay on Main Hotel in downtown Los Angeles. And at that time, reviews were pretty much good, and the staff was also very friendly. Elisa shared her room with a couple of people, and they said she behaved a bit differently. She was touring LA and taking photos, pictures. However, she was last seen alive on January 31st, 2013, and was reported missing by her parents on February 8th, 2013. Hotel Cecil is known to be a very creepy, infamous hotel known for its dark past, which involved murders, suicides, prostitution, and also a serial killer named Richard Ramirez also used to stay there once, and a Netflix documentary web series, Night Stalker: The Hunt for a Serial Killer, is also made on Richard Ramirez. They divided Stay on Main Hotel in the same building of Cecil Hotel and giving 3 floors to Stay on Main, and the rest of the floors belonged to Cecil, and Elisa stayed on Cecil. After she went missing, the hotel staff were worried and started searching for Elisa. And along with the police, they searched for her in different places in the hotel like dumpsters, etc. However, they couldn't find her at that time. The LAPD, Los Angeles Police Department, then released a CCTV footage of Elisa in the lift. And it is believed that a lot of portion in the video has been tampered or cut by the hotel staff or LAPD. Like the timestamp and the video speed has been slowed by 30%. It is such a creepy and bizarre video where Elisa is seen in the lift as she comes and presses a button, and then she pressed 4 buttons and the color of the buttons changed. So if you are in the first floor and if you press button 1, the color will not change for that button. And since she pressed 4 buttons of other floors, the colors changed respectively. She makes movements in the elevator like as if she's hiding from someone or something. Then she steps out for a bit, and if you notice, she makes movements in kind of patterns, like for example a square sort of a pattern, This, many people also said, it can be linked to black magic, but this has not been confirmed in this case. As she is outside the lift at this point in time, she is doing some kind of gestures, and it looks like she's talking to someone on her left side and then on her right side by making some weird gestures. But there is no one else there apart from her. Then she comes back inside the lift. And now she starts pressing all the buttons in the elevator. Now people question this as to why hasn't the elevator's door closed yet even after 2 minutes of her pressing most of the buttons. Some people theorize that someone was pressing the elevator button outside and that's why the elevator didn't close. And then we see after some time in the video, the elevator door closes. Explanations range from claims of paranormal involvement to the bipolar disorder from which Lam suffered. Actually, the LAPD had released the video to the public out of desperation and wanted to get help from the general public. So, a lot of trolls and unwanted attention came by to the LAPD and they weren't getting much help, to be honest.
It's horrible. It has very funny, sweety, disgusting taste. It's very, very strange taste. I can barely describe it.
Michael and Sabina Baugh, tourists from the UK, never imagined the source of that indescribable taste, and that it would trace back to 21-year-old Elisa Lam.
There was something wrong. The pressure in the water was terrible. The shower was awful.
The hotel's maintenance man, responding to guest complaints, went to check the 4 rooftop tanks that feed the building's main water supply. Tanks that are unlocked, but the rooftop is locked to guests. The maintenance man found Lam's body inside one of the tanks.
On February 19th, 2013, there were guests' complaints of problems with the water supply, and the water smelled very bad, and the taste was very weird, and the color of the water turned black. So they sent Santiago Lopez, a hotel maintenance worker, from the hotel staff to the hotel's rooftop to check the water tank, and then the hotel staff found the body of Elisa Lam in the water tank. Her body was naked, with most of her clothes and personal effects floating in the water near her. A lot of conspiracies followed, as some said, was she drugged? Or was she followed and killed by someone? Or was it suicide? Or something paranormal was involved in her death? Initially people thought it was possibly a murder and this will turn into a murder mystery. On February 21st, the Los Angeles Coroner's office issued a finding of accidental drowning, with bipolar disorder as a significant factor. Then it took the Los Angeles County Coroner's office 4 months after repeated delays to release the autopsy report, and states that the cause of death was accidental, as there was no evidence of physical trauma, sexual assault, or suicide. Investigators and experts have, however, noted that the concentration of her prescription drugs in her system indicated that she was under medicating or had stopped taking her medications recently. Theories and conspiracies. Why was the elevator door open for 4 minutes until Elisa stepped outside completely, and then after some time the door closed? I'll explain a logical explanation to this, which was solved by a YouTuber in some time. Mainly a couple of theories were determined in this mysterious case of Elisa Lam. First theory is that some people, in fact a lot of people, believed that a dark energy or something paranormal was involved in her death, as she looked like she was possessed. And even if she wasn't possessed, she looked like she was talking to someone or something and behaved in a very strange and eerie manner. Second theory is that some people believed that someone or somebody was holding the button outside the elevator and hence the elevator didn't close. And maybe because since the elevator footage was tampered with, it would be possible that someone was involved in the mysterious vanishing and murder and got away with it. Anyways, as these are just theories and conspiracies around the internet, and a lot of internet sleuths along with people on Reddit were solving this mystery and came up with two strong and most believed theories, which I discussed as a lot of people around the world believed as to what could have most probably happened to Elisa. Also regarding the door not closing, as I mentioned in the video earlier, a video from a YouTuber clearly shows that Elisa also pressed the door hold button which prevented the door from closing. So there is a logical explanation to that door not closing. Since this also was a very talked about thing, as how she got to the rooftop which was locked behind a door, and how she got into a securely shut water tank, bolted shut, which requires the strength of 4 grown men to open. Unfortunately, no evidence or suspects have surfaced to support the theories. She reached the rooftop through a fire escape, and since the information we got that how she could have managed to open the lid of the water tank and it was closed when she went up there, and how did she manage to open the lid and then close the lid after she went inside. But this was also cleared later that due to false reports by one of the officers from LAPD, the officer initially told that the lid was closed, which was then cleared and reported in the investigation later on that the lid was actually open. When she got there, and also in the footage shown later in the investigation, it showed that the lid was in fact open, and then her body was discovered in the water tank. So here's some trivia about this case. Her death shares an unsettling and creepy amount of coincidences with the film Dark Water, which came out in theaters 8 years before her death. If you haven't seen the movie yet, you should watch it. In an eerie coincidence, Lam was a fan of Ryan Gosling's music, with her favorite song of his being Buried in Water, which is an apt description of her death. There is a Netflix series, Crime Scene, The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel, which is based on the disappearance and death of Elisa Lam. So that's the case about Elisa Lam, a very unfortunate and a tragic incident which happened to her. And what are your thoughts about this case? You can comment in the comment section, and please like, share, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel Syed Sufiyan, True Crime and Horror, for more true crime, horror, paranormal content. And a lot of content has been planned as well. Guest podcast is something which I'm looking forward to do, where I will be inviting guests in my video to feature in my video, and I will be basically doing a podcast with them and be asking them. Mainly it will be around true crime and horror, paranormal, and that's what I do in my videos. So obviously I will be exploring other areas as well, like adventure. People have different experiences, so I'll make sure that I get the best out of them and I get the best content for you, delivered for you, and you can look out for that as well. So that's coming very soon, and in my channel Syed Sufiyan, True Crime and Horror. So make sure you tune in to my channel, and also please do press on the bell icon so that you get notified whenever I upload new videos and you get notifications. Thank you so much again for watching the full video, and as always I will see you in my upcoming and next videos. So thanks so much, stay safe, take care, and bye bye.